I like to share what I use with all the people I work with all the time that I have a good relationship with. We do this pretty much before every lesson. It's for sequencing, just getting the rhythm right, the tempo. And all of them, they always comment on me how much better they hit the ball once we do this. It almost fixes anything. They come in there and ask me, like, oh, I'm doing this wrong, my ball's going here. This drill almost fixes it all. Of course, it doesn't fix everything, but it makes things better. So like where we start, I always like to start with this ball first, with the yoga ball. So we get this behind us. So say I'm a righty golfer here. I'm going to get into here. And then what I want to do is I want to take this ball, and I'm a righty, so I'm going to try to take it back towards my target. So I'm pushing into the ball. Now I'm at this leg stabilizing. See, it's pushing. I don't want to pull this knee back. So now it is pushing. And you can kind of see as soon as I push on that leg, this starts to move. Then I feel like this right here, my lat, it starts to move, and the shoulder blade finishes. So now I'm in here and I'm in good golf posture, or trying to be best golf posture I can. And then I'm really trying to take that ball. You can see it go behind me, trying to take that to the target. So I do this about 10-15 times, whatever you think's good. Then we're going to get onto here. Now it's on my lead side, my left side, just like this. And then what I want to do, same thing, I'm pushing into the wall, good golf posture, trying the best I can. And then same thing, I'm going to try to push in there and turn. But what I don't want to do is pull this leg back. I'm trying to get braced here and use my upper body. So when I'm pushing on that ball, and there it really forces this side to start to move, the trail side to work better, because I have the pressure going forward. So I have to use my backside. It's really hard to do this reverse C when I'm pushing the ball towards the target and trying to do a backswing. After the two wall drills, now I still like to keep the yoga ball. So now I'm thinking, I'm going to keep my eyes roughly where the golf ball is, like a normal setup. And I'm going to try to take this ball. I'm going to try to push my arms out. So you could, if you get really good, you can keep your arms this way. But when you're starting, I like to get the arms out, because when the arms are out, I'm pushing this away. It gets my big muscles involved, the same muscles I felt when I was just doing the wall drill. So now I take the valve here, it puts the air in it, and then I'm thinking the logo on my shirt. So that's where it's set up here. So now if I use those muscles correctly and I turn, that valve is still in the exact same spot on my hoodie. So if it's right here and I turn, see, it's in the same spot. So now I'm starting to use those big muscles to turn. And then I want to do the same thing, 10 to 15, trying to keep my gaze roughly where the golf ball is. And then when you get good, you'll kind of be able to tell. But the way you'll be able to another checkpoint, see how this arm comes off and there's daylight? Now this valve is like way behind me, so that's starting to use my arms. And then when we start to use our body, and I get here, I do my checkpoint, valve's still in the middle. Now I'm starting to really feel the trail leg pushes into the ground. The lat starts to move, the shoulder blade. And then like the first motion, if I stop here, this right glute's on fire. It's taking everything's pushing into the ground. And then, yeah, same thing, 10 to 15. And then to the next one, then you go two wall ones to this one. So now I'm going to add the step. So this is sometimes where it gets tricky, because this is where we get to focus more on the step. And then we'll start to get this where the arms start to pull it. We still want to make that same turn. And you're just falling into this leg. Try not to lean. Try not to kick the hip out. So it's just that step into it. So now if I take this, so now I'm thinking that good turn with the big muscles, and then this to fall into it. So just a step, just like that. And then I'm starting to get, this is transition. This is basically a backswing right there. So it's like right loading up just before everything starts down. Then you do 10 to 15 of these. Same thing. Trying to get the turn to match it with that step. So now we got that. We got those reps done. I put the ball to the side. This one's a little tricky. I like to do it when we're stepping out. So the first one would be from a righty. So right foot, left foot. So if you see here, I'm stepping out and out, kind of walking. So now if I step out and out, but the trick is don't let the arms fall. So you see here, going bang, bang, don't let the arms fall. I'm trying to focus on the turn. And just like that. And then this starts to get that rhythm of the turn, not letting the arms fall. So this gets, because when you lift this, it's just like we start in our golf swing. We want to start roughly 60% onto the front pressure. So when you do this, it really feels like this leg helps. Now this leg is into the ground. This one's unweighted. As it pushes down the ground, now everything's starting to stretch across here and work back to the front. And then it's very similar to the golf swing. So when you start to step, it forces you to start to feel one foot gets light, one foot gets heavy. And then it also, with that turn, we get that stretch, that coil that we want. And then we start to do that same thing, 10 to 15. So then after that, we do those reps. We're gonna get closer to a golf swing. So instead of stepping out and getting closer to the camera like I am there, I'm gonna bring golf stance, a little more narrow. Just gonna step back, step forward. So same kind of idea here. So I step back, step forward, but the trick, because this is where I see everyone go wrong. They want to go like this, and the arms work down. This is a sure sign that you like to pull with your body, pull with the arms, try to get leverage by pulling, where we want to try to get working from the ground up in that transition. So when we have working from the ground up in that transition, so now if I step out and see how my arms would stay back, and they should stay back because the next motion is going to want to be firing the legs, firing the core. So then step out like that and start to get used to this rhythm, just like so. And then from there, we go into golf posture, normal one, and then see if we can start to make that same kind of rhythm into our golf swing. So don't just swing the arms, try to turn the body just like the beginning. And then see, I'm not pushing my knee out like that. I'm not leaning myself in. It's just down. So it's just down. So as I do that, down, 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 just putting pressure down into this leg. That's what we want to do. And then I like to, before I get the golf club out, you can use anything. I use a shaft with no club head on it. So now from there, I like to work my way through the same thing. So I'm stepping. I like to put it in my trail hand personally. You can probably put it anywhere. And then I go right through those rhythms again. Because now I got something in my hand. And then really trying to focus on turning. Could do it with two. I like to do it with one. Then you go back to this one. We just step out, try to make the turn. Try to make the turn. And the same thing, normal one. Just trying to make those rhythms right there. This is great for backswing transition, beginning of it. Then the last part. So I like to get two shafts now. It's like that. You can use anything. If you don't have this or any sticks, just flip clubs upside down, hold them by the club heads. Because when you take the weight away, it makes it easy. It's the weight of the club head that really gets us. So then same thing here. We're walking out. You're trying to keep, if you try to keep the shafts the same distance apart, you start to notice you get more of a turn of the body. And then same thing, feet together, just out, out. And then we go into golf swing. Remember, about 10 to 15 of each. Then we go into golf swing. And then remember, we're trying not to let these come down. Trying to get that stretch across that body as that lead leg starting to load. Give that a try. Telling you, everyone I work with, I have a good relationship with, I've had for a while, absolutely love this. And a lot of them now come in, they just do this on their own. And I get the feedback of how much this helps their sequencing, their timing, how much their ball strikes just get better. And I just wanted to share that with everyone because it is a very, very good, I guess you could call it half drill, half exercise, half warm up. So not all halves, but just all those together. It does wonders if you can try to get your So golf swing has so much to do with sequencing and timing. You could do a lot of stuff right, but if you're taking it away slow and going fast, no good. If you go fast and then slow, no good. That's what we want, that we start to get that rhythm and everything starts to move together and starts to sync up.